Hey guys, Paul Kepner here, and welcome back. So as promised, this is the part 2 to the unboxing video, and I'm going to show you how to fix the dent on a lens. As I said on my previous video, I just got this in from eBay, so you can see a little bit of a good sized dent right there. You can see it up there. And because of the dent, I managed to get this for a pretty decent price. So I wanted to show you how to fix this because it can save you a lot of money in the future, especially if you're looking at lenses. And a lot of people don't want to bid on them because of these dents, and I don't have a problem with them. I've repaired a lot of them. So let me show you how I do it. And I haven't had any of them break or go bad. I've always had a 100% success rate on it. So I'm sure there's other ways out there. I just don't know about this is the way I do it. So there's a few things that you'll need in order to repair your lens. First is a brush that you can brush off the lens or the threads with. I always use old toothbrushes. Second thing is you'll want some type of rubbing alcohol to clean the threads, and then you'll want some type of grease to put on the threads. Now I know, don't freak out, we're not going to just slather the whole thing with grease, just a tiny little bit, and I'll tell you why in a second. So what you want to do is you want to take your brush and just kind of brush the, don't want to hit the glass, but just the threads, just get any chunks of debris or dust or anything like that out of there. If you don't clean it, then what happens is when you're trying to repair the bend or the dent, the lens tool will get in there and it won't seat flat or even like it's supposed to, and you can actually do a little bit more damage on it. So you don't want to do that. So after you brush off the threads on the lens, you want to take a paper towels also. Those are your friend. You're going to take a paper towel. And again, you're not going to be drenching the lens or anything like that. So what you do, just get the paper towel a little wet. And then you just want to go around the threads just to clean any extra debris off. See, I'm not touching the glass. I'm just on the threads. Make sure it's all clean. You can see. Got some of there was some dirt in there. And you just set that off to the side. We don't need that anymore. I had some Q-tips and I don't know where they went, so we're just gonna do it this way. We're gonna wing it. Keep the towel. So what you do is you want to use just very, very little grease. So just a little dab of grease. You can see how small that is right there. Set that right there. And what you want to do is you want to put just a tiny bit on the bend and directly across from the bend. And I'll tell you why. So you just a tiny bit. See? There's hardly any on there. And then directly across from the bend. Just use your finger and kind of spread it out a little bit. Just like that. And that's all you need right there. Just that and a little bit right there. What it does is on the tool, when you're putting the lens or the thread repair tool on there, if it's dry and clean, and this is dry and clean, as you're trying to straighten the threads, what happens is it can bind in there and it will start rubbing, and you can actually rub the anodizing off, or you can tear a thread or cross thread or whatever. So what the grease does is it allows it to slip just a little bit to kind of massage that metal. So the tool you'll need to use, I use this one. I've had this one for, man, I don't know, quite a few years. You can do small lenses with this side, larger lenses on this side. With this lens, of course, you'd want to use the large side. So what you do is, instead of Here, I'll just use this toothbrush. Instead of putting it straight on the point, or the highest spot of the dent right here, you want to put it on the edges, just on the edges, and then slowly tighten. And what that will do is, as you start to tighten it in, it'll bend this big part, straighten it out. Because if you put it straight on the big part and bend it, you can fatigue the metal. So you just want to do it slow, take your time. So what you want to do is line it up here. And you can feel when it hits the threads. See, it's a little wobbly. You just tighten a little more. Now see, it's on there good. So now you want to loosen it just a hair. Just a little bit there. And so now we're going to do the other side. I wish you could see what I'm doing here. It's on the threads. Let's see if you can see in there. See, it's clamped on the round part. It's not on the bend right now. Let's see if you can see the bend. It's off to the side over here. So then, once you hit the bend part, you want to back off just a little bit, turn it towards the bend, and then tighten it down just a little bit. And then just keep alternating one side and the other. And as you can see the bend as you tighten it down. You can see it you see it moving a little bit. I think you can hopefully see it in the camera. You can see the bend moving. Like I said, you want to alternate left side, right side of the bend. Make sure the threads on the tool are lined up with the threads on the lens. And just keep going around. And you can see it's a pretty good improvement already. You can there's still a dent, but it's not as bad as it was. It's getting better. It's not so pointed now. So now you can kind of go towards the middle of the dent, just slightly. Make sure you're in the threads. Let's see if you can see it. There you go. See it move? You see the reflection? It's straightening out. It's getting there. It's looking better. You can see it at the bottom. Then once you think it's round, you want to check it with a filter. And I'm hoping this one is a 77 millimeter, that's what I was told. It's almost there. This is where the dent is. You can see it on the top. Much better. And you want to keep this off the glass for sure. You can see it's not touching the glass on there at all. So a couple more. And you don't want to force it, just a little bit, because this is aluminum and it will bend, and that's what you want. So it's looking pretty good. It's almost round. You can see the outside still has that little bit of a dent in it, but so just keep going back and forth slowly. It's basically round again. A little bit of a indent there. Let's see. So what I'm going to do now, see how the threads are still in good shape. Now I'm going to use the small side because it gets more of an, you know, a pointed area. And right here where this dent is, I'm going to put it right there. And that should pull out that dent, the high spot on it, a little bit better. Almost. It's really close. Make sure we're not on the glass. You just want to check, see where you are. Looks pretty good. Still a little bit of a dent on the back side, but as far as the roundness, you can see right here. I can check it with a filter. So I have this little set of, it's like a Koken style filter system, and these are all adapters for different lenses, but they work perfect for testing, here's a 77. Almost. It's almost ready. So a little bit more right there. I'm going to use a small side again. Right there. Oop. You could test it with step-up rings or whatever you wanted. It's just I hardly ever use these, so that's why I use those. If they get damaged or whatever, I'm not out of a step-up ring. Let's try that. I'm going to turn it backwards. There we go. Till you hear it snap, and then you know it's... There you go. 77mm filter just just went on there. Good deal. So, turn this over. Let me clean the grease off of it. I'll check it with a real filter. See how much it got out? Now just imagine if you didn't put any grease on there, it would seriously mark up your lens. Oh, got some more. See, there's the dent. It did mark it up a little bit. You can see a little bit over here on the inside. But if you didn't have grease on there, it would seriously booger those threads up. Let me grab a filter, put it on here, we'll test it, go from there. Okay. This is a little case I keep all my filters in. And that's the hot mirror. And this is a variable ND. So it should, this is a 77. Just go backwards. There we go. And it fit. So yeah, that's how you fix your lenses. Like I said, the outside you'll still see a little dent. Really, the only way to fix that is if you have some type of they call them English wheels to work out the outside of the dent. I don't suggest it because then you have to take your lens apart and you risk really messing up your threads and everything, but yeah. So that's how to fix your threads. And like I said, I've fixed them, I've repaired them on a lot of lenses and haven't had any break on me, as long as you take your time and you're careful with it. Let me put this back on here. Don't want. Yeah, this is one of the hot mirrors I use on the pocket cinema camera, and same thing with the variable ND, since they're prone to IR pollution really bad, and some of the Firecrest. Gotta love these things. These are awesome. Quite a few of the others. So yeah, this tool, I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon. I don't remember exactly where I bought it because, like I said, I've had this thing for several years. I'll look and see. If it's on Amazon, I'll leave a link for it. If you ever need to pull the inside lips, I mean, not the lip, the little retaining ring out, these little lens wrenches are invaluable. These things are awesome, totally adjustable, and you can get in there and take it out. Hope that helps you. That should save you a lot of money on looking for lenses and stuff. That's it. You're all set. So, thread repair tool, lens wrench if you ever need to take it apart, rubbing alcohol for sure, paper towels, and some type of brush to clean the lens. And that's all you need. So if you have any questions, comments, or anything, just leave them down below in the comment section, and be sure and hit the like button and subscribe. And if you want to see any other tutorials sort of like this, well, hi, hello, this is Sugar Plum. She's one of the cats, one of the kittens. I'm saying hi. Look, Sugar. Well, she's one of my shop buddies. Well, if you like this video, you want to see more, or if you want to see cats, either one, then be sure and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified on all new videos. Until next time, this is Paul Kepner, and this is Sugar Plum, and we'll see you next time. Right, Sugar? Thanks for watching.